habit number 4 is to spend 60 minutes to plant a tree. This tip and habit will help two kinds of people out. Firstly, procrastinators, people who know they should be doing their work, essay, or assignment, but they keep putting it off for one reason or the other. This tip and habit will help you figure out why you are procrastinating and how to overcome procrastination. Secondly, for the types of people who overly invest into one thing, let's say an essay and assignment, they spend so much time on it, yet they feel dissatisfied because the end result doesn't seem to be much better than if they spent half the time on it. Basically, an inefficient use of the time. So how to more efficiently use your time so that every aspect of your life is optimal rather than overly focusing on one aspect. Let's begin with category number 1, procrastinators. I've had a long and personal history with procrastination myself. The most recent example I can think of was my exams last semester a few months ago. Say the paper would be at 3 p.m. the next day. I would have only finished my notes at 1 a.m. the night before. I'll wake up super early, like 6 or 7 a.m., rush to the library, print everything out, and in between that time from 8 to 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 6 hours of time, I'll try to cram an entire syllabus worth of studying into my brain in one day. So it was a very stressful situation, it was a very difficult situation, and just not fun in general. And if you are a sane and logical person, you would try to avoid those kinds of situations as much as possible. Now, procrastination isn't a result of laziness as what most people might assume. Procrastination is actually a result of fear, of anxiety, of dread, whatever you want to call it, at the thing that you're supposed to do. So let's take the example of me and studying. I've always studied last minute, and as a result, I've had to study long and stressfully to make sure that I can get the material in my head. So right now, my body can only associate studying in one way. My body and mind associate studying with long and stressful hours. So obviously, my body will try to avoid feeling the long and stressful hours as much as possible, and therefore it keeps procrastinating on studying because it only knows that studying equals to long and stressful hours. So the solution to this is to rewire how my mind and body thinks, to rewire how it thinks on studying. Basically, if not in a fun way, my body and mind now has to be trained to think of studying as a endurable and digestible pastime, something that I can do without feeling super stressed out all the time. So this rewiring method kind of works for everything that you are procrastinating on. Say you're procrastinating to go to the gym, or you're procrastinating on public speaking or talking to the person you want to talk to. All of this is because you are feeling the more negative and you are afraid to feel the burn of stress or feel the burn of people looking at you in public or the burn of rejection, all of that. You kind of have to switch the negative feelings you have towards the actions and rewire your body to think of it in a more positive way, or at least in a more endurable way. So that's what I did for my studies. Recently, I've come up with this method of the 50-10. 15 minutes of focus, 10 minutes of studying. 15 minutes of studying, 10 minutes of rest. 15 minutes of focus, 10 minutes of rest, and on and on and on. These are called sessions. Instead of saying I'll study for 8 hours straight, super long, super stressful, and I don't give myself a definite break point, I will say I'll study for 4 sessions. So within the 4 sessions, I even have break times. 50 minutes of focus, 10 minutes of rest, that's one session, and on it goes. So in this way, my body is rewired to think of studying as studying in digestible sessions, and the result is that my body is more willing to cooperate with me. My mind is more willing to start the work straight away because it knows that I am promising rest. It knows that I am not going to stressfully study for long periods of time. So this is more specific to my study habits and how I've studied for the past few years. For you, the basic principle to take is to figure out the reason why you're procrastinating, and remember, whether it's hitting the gym, reading a book, talking in public, it is less likely that you're lazy, it's less likely that you don't have time, and more likely that there are feelings associated with that action that you don't want to feel. Could be anxiety, could be fear, could be embarrassment, whatever it is. Figure out that reason, that negative emotion, and try to reframe it and rewire your body to think of it in a more, if not positive, to think of it in a more digestible and endurable manner. Like for me, I'm switching the negative mindset of long stressful hours associated with studying into more digestible chunks of 50-10, 50-10, 50-10 sessions. However, regarding fitness and healthy lifestyle in general, I'll be speaking more on it in tip number 6 on how to start and to stick to your fitness lifestyle long term. So for those of you who are procrastinating or struggling in your fitness journey, perhaps stay around for tip and habit number 6 and it can help you out. Now, onto the second category of people who are inefficiently using their time. You may disagree with me, but I believe that people who are excessively using their time to focus on one aspect of their life to the detriment of every other aspect of their life is using their time inefficiently. It is an unbalanced lifestyle and is not the optimal way of living. Basically, how to more efficiently use your time so all aspects of your life are balanced out and you will be more happier and feel better. Let's use the study example, the work example, since we're already here. I read a paper somewhere that was against the 40-hour work week, the 8 hours work per day. That's because the human brain can only focus for a certain period of time before productivity and efficient levels kind of drop down. So let's do some maths because I'm so good at maths. Let's say you focus on doing a paper for 2 hours and versus 4 hours. In the 2 hours you do, the first 2 hours when you're fresh and productive, the paper you do is worth 80%. Let's say the teacher will give you an 80% for this 2-hour paper. Versus if you try to force yourself to do 4 hours, after the first 2 hours, you add on extra words here and there, you try to find extra material, you force your brain to work, squeeze extra hard for the 4 hours, the paper will probably bump up by 81 or 82%. You may find the 2% super important and that's fine with you. You want to spend 4 hours to get the extra 2%, that's completely fine. I, however, feel like that is an inefficient use of my time and I feel more suited to split the hours this way. If I do 2 hours on paper, get 80%, and I have 2 hours to do the gym, my body will be at 80%. So in this way, I'll have a 2-hour paper done and it's 80%, and 2 hours at the gym, 80% body, versus 4 hours on paper to get 82%. So this works for every aspect also. Let's think of it in terms of the gym. If I spend 2 hours in the gym, my body will grow by 80% in strength and size. Versus if I excessively do the curls and squats and all that for 4 hours, it will probably gain in strength incrementally in 1 or 2%, 82%. So this works for everything. Would you rather spend 4 hours trying to squeeze the extra 1 or 2% of benefit, or would you rather split your time, 2 hours get your mind to be 80%, 2 hours get your body to be 80%, and the other 2 hours talking to your friends, so increase the social ability levels by 80% as well. So the choice is up to you. Which one do you prefer? You could disagree with me. You could say that the 82%, 82% is much more important than every other part of your life. That's completely fine. For me personally, I feel a lot better and more relaxed if I manage to get all aspects of my life in order. Also, the 50 and 10 minute session, 15-minute focus, 10-minute rest, helps me to more efficiently use my study time. Remember how I said that the human brain had a limit before the productivity and efficiency goes down? Well, think of it this way. The more you try to force your brain to work past its limit, the more you try to squeeze it, the quality and quantity of work probably will remain stagnant or just be very incrementally increased. And that is an inefficient use of time if you focus for, say, 8 hours, but the quality and quantity of work is only worth 3 hours. So for me, using the 50 and 10 rule, if I say I'll study for 4 sessions, the quality and quantity of work will be indeed 4 sessions, because 10-minute breaks in between allows me to recharge and reset my brain. For you, you gotta figure out the time that works for you. Could be 30 minutes, 40 minutes before you take a break, but I would advise for you to take at least a 10-minute break for every hour, because most people, and this is for really, really focused, not using your phone in between, not talking to friends in between. If you're really focused for 40 to 50 minutes, I can guarantee you your brain will probably feel really, really tired by the end of it and you will need some small break. Now, what does this have to do with planting a tree? Well, as much as I like to preach how easy it is to focus for 40 minutes, 30 minutes and all that, the reality is that you are probably going to be very easily distracted by social media or your apps or your phone notifications. I know I am. So I use this app called the Forest app where, okay, let me show you guys. So here it's called the Forest app. You can set 50 minutes or however long you want to focus. You can whitelist the websites you use the most: Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, comic books that I read. Then when you click start, it starts planting a tree, and at the end of 50 minutes it grows into a full-blown tree. And when you're trying to go to the websites, it kind of locks you out, and you can give up, but by giving up you kill a cute little tree. The question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to kill your cute little tree? I personally don't want to kill any more trees, because killing trees equals less oxygen, and less oxygen equals we're going to die a lot faster. Anyway, the basic principles of this tip is to use the 50-10 rule. 50-10 for me, but whatever timing that suits you, use the 50-10 rule to defeat procrastination, because remember, procrastination is not a result of laziness. Procrastination is a result of dread and fear. So using the 50-10 rule, you can set strict times to study and rest so you can enjoy the process of doing whatever it is you do. And secondly, to use the 50-10 rule so that you don't burn yourself out, and to efficiently use your time, because remember, your time is your most important resource. Once it's spent, it's gone. Spend money, you can get it back. Spend time, it's gone, it's in the past. So you make sure you are efficiently and productively using your time to do whatever it is that you need to do. That is tip and habit number 4. Tip and habit number 5 is to eat some baos. These are some baos. Let's go eat them. It is 12:21 p.m. and I just got done with my lunch, which is a whole bowl of zappan. So now that I'm done with lunch, I'll be having some desserts, some treats. Usually, I like to eat a char siu bao and a lin yong bao. So basically, these are pork and lotus paste stuffed with these sweet white buns. So before I bite into these sweet white buns, we'll be talking about habit number 5, eat some baos. This habit is for those of you who want to enjoy the small pleasures in life. It'll help you guys enjoy the small treat meals, the small sugars in your life without destroying the healthy habits you've built up over the years, without destroying your good diet, your health, and all of that. So the idea I'm putting forth is the 90% 10% rule. So 90% of the time, try your best to be as perfect as possible. Your diet, your workout, waking up early, your schedule, your homework, your productivity levels, everything in life, 90% of the time, try to be perfect as much as possible. You have to do that because in order to achieve something in your life, to do something meaningful, you have to put in the effort, to try your best to hit the high spots, go the furthest mile, whatever you want to call it. Try your best 90% of the time. However, what's the point of trying your best all the time, of being perfect, if you don't get to enjoy your life? You only have one life. So in my opinion, to try to be perfect all the time, yes, it's enjoyable in its own way. Yes, the journey of achieving something is enjoyable. The distinction of getting high A's and all that, it's all super enjoyable. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back. It's a very high stressful, high level, high lifestyle kind of thing. Very high lifestyle. Your gears are always switched on if you're living like that all the time, and it gets really draining after a while. You might not even feel it, but unconsciously you might feel a little bit stressed in the background, a bit sian of doing things perfectly all the time. So you have to try to accommodate a little bit of relaxation into your life. Take the sweet drinks once in a while, take some baos once in a while, eat some cookies, all of that. This is more specific to your diet, but it can bleed over into all aspects of your lifestyle. But we'll focus on the diet for now. Say 90% of the time, try to eat at whole foods, try to eat as healthy as possible. But 10% of the time, allow yourself some treat meals like baos and a cookie. And for me, it's baos. For you, it could be sweet drinks or cookies, or boba tea. I like that too. Yeah. So another thing is I call it treat meals. Don't call it cheat meals, because when you say the word cheat, it implies that you're doing something wrong. So you feel something super guilty. You feel guilt. You feel guilty by association, like you are cheating on a perfect diet. You're not cheating on a perfect diet. You are treating yourself for being able to adhere to a strict diet for such a long time. So the benefits of calling it a treat meal is that you don't feel guilty and you are allowed to savor the moment. Because when you call it cheat meals, you might feel, oh, I'm guilty, I shouldn't eat so much chocolate and all that. Then you feel bad about yourself, and that's just not a healthy relationship with food. You gotta have a healthy relationship with food to really enjoy your life. The world has so much delicious food in your life. I don't even want to subsist mainly on chicken breast and vegetables and all that. So you need a little variety is the spice of life, So you need a little bit of sugar here, a little enjoyment here. So treat yourself to small snacks, and it's completely fine. And your body and mind will feel a lot better for it. So yeah, that's the 90% rule, 10% rule. You can use it and choose any delicious treats you want. Now it is time for me to dig into these Baos. Look at it. The delicious juicy black meat stuffed into this small white bao tastes so good. What's your guys' favorite bao? Mine is char siu bao, definitely, because it is both sweet and savory, so it doesn't taste so much like sugar, and more like it's an actual meal kind of thing, but it's also very sweet. Yeah, sweet and savory. Mine's definitely char siu bao, followed closely by the Ling bao. What's your guys' favorite bao? The gooey, sticky, sweet stuff stuffed into this white bao. Tastes really sweet. Alright, that about wraps up tip number 5, habit number 5. Those baos were really good. I kind of wish to eat more, but 10%. Don't go over 10% because then you kind of ruin the balance. Like I said, keep it small, keep it small treats, 10%. So 2 baos for me, it's 10%. For you, it could be 1 cookie, it could be a small drink, however it is, keep to the 10% rule. And yeah, basic summary is basically 90-10 rule, because 90% of the time try to be as perfect as possible. But what's the point of being perfect if you don't get to... No, not what's the point. It's impossible. The word perfect literally is impossible. Trying to be perfect will make you feel super sian and super down. So admit to yourself that you do need break times, you do need to relax a little bit. The 10% rule allows you to relax and recharge, and so that you're planning for the 10% relaxation, so you won't feel guilty or feel bad about yourself that you failed. So you're already pre-planning for you to deviate from the perfect schedule already. So in that way, it is a healthy relationship with trying out new things. It is a healthy relationship with trying to be as perfect as possible. A healthy relationship with a healthy diet lifestyle. So yeah, 90-10 rule. And just an additional note, also just to repeat, don't call it cheat food, call it treat food. So you're treating yourself. You're not cheating on anyone. You're not cheating on anything or someone, because cheating is bad. So treating yourself is a good thing. And saying the words treat will kind of reconfigure your mind to think of it in a positive manner. Yeah, that is tip and habit number 5. Tip and habit number 6 is to use soap and window grills. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, most gyms around the world have closed down, including mine, and so I've had no access to my dumbbell, my barbell, my gym, and just the fitness lifestyle in general. What it has forced me to do is force me to reevaluate and really think on my motivations on why do I stay fit. Because how it works is that at this point in my life, I've been going to the gym for so long, I've been making fitness such a huge part of my life that it's fixed already. It's a habit. I don't even think on why do I go to the gym. It's just an automatic process. I go to the gym, I enjoy lifting weights, I enjoy eating healthy, enjoy the whole process. However, with the gyms now closed, it has forced me to really reevaluate and really think on why do I stay fit? Why do I stay on this fitness journey? The result is that I've come up with 2 trains of thought. One is the outcome independent train of thought, and one is the outcome dependent train of thought. So I want to share with you guys the outcome independent train of thought because I feel it is a more positive and more better way of looking at fitness in general, so you're more likely to stick and stay with the journey long term if you use the outcome independent train of thought. Now, let's go into the two train of thoughts. We'll start off with the slightly more negative way of looking at it, the outcome dependent train of thought. This is basically looking at fitness as a result-based outcome. A result-based process. You're looking at fitness in terms of results only. Examples of a result-based thinking is that, okay, I have to get abs by 4 weeks, I have to get the bicep and get big in 12 weeks, I have to get a certain body weight, a certain body fat percentage by 4 weeks. This is result-based, meaning that you only view fitness in terms of what that one number is, that certain body weight percentage, that certain size or whatever it is, aesthetic goal. You are kind of missing the forest for the trees because you are tunnel visioning, you're hyper focused on one aspect of fitness only. And I would argue long term this is an unsustainable and a more negative way of looking at fitness, because you're gonna feel unsatisfied, you're gonna feel depressed, you're gonna feel whatever it is, all these negative feelings when you don't achieve it. And even if you do achieve it, you'll probably feel happy and healthy for a day or two at most, and then the next day you'll see, oh, what's next? It's a very non-stop process, and this is coming from someone who personally felt that way before. I've had a result-based process of looking at fitness a while ago when I was trying to get my deadlift up to 4 plates, when I was trying to get my bench press to 2 plates. It works as a motivator, it does work in the short term, but long term you will not feel satisfied or happy that you took on this fitness journey. And fitness is a marathon, it is not a sprint. You have to find a way to enjoy the process long term. This outcome dependent mindset, this result based mindset will work for the short term, but I argue it is not sustainable in the long term. What is sustainable in the long term is the outcome independent mindset. Basically, don't tunnel vision your goal of fitness to one idea. Try to enjoy every aspect of fitness. Really enjoy all the functions your body can do. For example, doing yoga, you should be impressed that your body can stretch so much. Doing swimming, you should be impressed that your brain and your lungs can function to breathe in so much, to really make a movement. Rock climbing, you should be impressed with how well you can climb and grip, how healthy your grip is. Basically, the outcome independent mindset is thinking of fitness as its own. You want to do better, you want to improve in fitness solely because it makes you feel good, solely because your body feels good doing it, solely because you like the idea of your muscles contracting and feeling the weight being moved up and down, the pull-ups, your body feeling moving up and down and all of that. It sounds very abstract, I understand, but there's this saying that I would like to share with you guys that I read somewhere. Don't think of fitness as a way of punishing yourself, think of fitness as a way of rewarding yourself. So basically, don't think of fitness as, oh man, I ate so much, I have to really run cardio tomorrow, I have to do extra weights tomorrow to lose the weight, to really get my weight back on track. That feels very negative, and that feels very just not fun in general. You're kind of punishing yourself. Your mindset is thinking of fitness in negative terms. You think of fitness as a teacher or as a disciplinarian trying to discipline your body into healthy weight. No, think of fitness as a way to celebrate how healthy it is. Oh man, with fitness, I can climb this much walls. With fitness, I can do handstand push-ups. With fitness, I can do all this functional and fun stuff. I can run more, do parkour, all that very fun stuff. Think of fitness as a fun process in of itself. Okay, so a disclaimer, that doesn't mean to throw away the definable goals of certain weight kg or getting a certain strength or all that. Those are still important because you still need to know, you still need a definable pyramid, a definable hierarchy, so you know if you're getting better or worse instead of you're wasting your time. But that's just one aspect. What I'm trying to tell you is that that's just one aspect. Make sure you have that goal, that overall macro goal of getting stronger or getting fitter, but don't tunnel vision yourself into thinking you can only get stronger or better in one aspect. You are healthier if you sleep better. You are healthier if you feel better, you move better. You are healthier if you can run more, can lift more weights. But it doesn't have to be a certain number. You're not in a race to get this certain number. You're not in a race to get a certain body weight percentage. Like I said, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Try to find ways that to make yourself enjoy the fitness process. In summary, enjoy the process of getting fit in of itself. You should have a goal, of course. The goal allows you to drive towards a certain direction, but you should enjoy the drive towards direction in of itself. You should enjoy the process of getting stronger. Enjoy the process of your muscles contracting and moving up down. Enjoy the process of running, feeling your breath coming in and out. Enjoy the process of stretching in yoga. Enjoy the process of rock climbing and all that. Enjoy the process, and I can guarantee you 100% you're more likely to stick to your fitness journey because you're actually enjoying the journey in of itself. Now, if you can't tell, if it's not obvious, I really enjoy talking about fitness. So for those of you who want to talk more about this, for those of you who want to get into the gym and are unsure on starting or how to start getting fit, you can DM me, you can leave a comment below. I would honestly love to talk to you guys about fitness in general because it's something I'm really passionate about. With all that being said, I will now show you guys one round of my home workout routine in one shot take. Let's do this. In editing this video, I realized I didn't make it exactly clear what using soap and window grills mean. Basically, once you have fallen in love with the idea of working out, once you've fallen in love with the idea of getting fit, getting stronger, then no matter what happens, whether it rains, whether you don't have access to gyms or dumbbells, you will do your best to get the workout in. You will get creative and try your best to stay fit. For example, for me, I don't have access to dumbbells or pull-up bars, so I use my window grill as my pull-up bar and I use soap as my dumbbells. For you, you can use bags as weight, school bags. You can use your soap as dumbbells as well. You can use your chairs for your tricep dips, push-ups, whatever it is. The basic principle is that once you fall in love with working out, it will be easy for you to get creative with your workouts and do your best regardless of the situation. That's all for today, and as always, thanks for watching.